Hi everyone, my name is Lauren and I run a online Pokemon card shop called Unnie, and the link is pokeunnie.com. In this video, I want to do a brief update on how the shop has been running. So I opened up shop on March 22nd. It's March 30th, so it's been a little bit over a week. So I'm going to talk about number one, what does orders look like? What's the revenue? Number two is how is the social media going? That's what I've been investing most of my time into, marketing my shop. And I'll talk about, what am I doing to do that. And in another video, I did actually go into the importance of posting on social media, so you can take a look at that when you have a chance. But about where I'm at, how is the shop doing? So far, we've made $625.50 in revenue. So thank you so much to everybody that has been a supporter through ordering, engaging with me online, through social media, on my lives. And I'll talk about lives in just a second. I'm gonna be doing one tonight actually. But yeah, so that's the revenue so far. In terms of social media, I did begin my Instagram about a month ago, and right now we're at 717 followers, so that's fantastic. And TikTok, I started investing my time into TikTok about 2 and some change ago, and now we're at 342 followers, so we are steadily growing. The numbers look great and engagement is pretty decent, so I don't really have anything to complain about. I've met a lot of different people that have been super encouraging, super supportive, wanting to be a part of my community. Oh, community! I just made a Discord, so if you want to join a Discord, I'll include the link in the description. The Discord has around 20 people now, and I have sections such as like Pokemon chat, a place for people to trade, even the games surrounding Pokemon, such as Pokemon TCG Pocket, Unite, Go, things like that. And then as well as other hobbies, Pokemon isn't life. I mean, it can be a lifestyle, but there are other things that do make up life. So people have been posting other types of things that make their day really enjoyable. So that's what I've done for engaging my viewers, my audience, my customers on these different social platforms. So I have Discord going, I have TikTok going, I have Instagram going. If you have seen, I've been uploading some shorts here and there on YouTube. I do want to get pretty consistent with that as well. I think it's just a lot, and I'll explain to you, what are my feelings right now that it's been a week and some change since opening. But before I go into that, I want to share some news about Pokemon, which is in the period that we are in. Pokemon just released a lot of information. Number one being the Glory of Team Rocket being announced, and they're also releasing some sneak peeks into what the cards look like, which are phenomenal. I love them all. They're great. They're doing a really good job with the illustrations. Number two is that they've announced Destiny Rivals and have been also sharing more insider looks into what the cards look like for that set. Pokemon is also doing a collaboration with Legos, finally. People are getting hyped up about that. And last but not least, Pokemon also released another set for the TCG Pocket game. I totally forgot, there is one more thing that just happened. 2 to 3 days ago was the release of Journey Together, and everybody's going crazy. People are getting beat up in the streets. In malls, knocking over inventory that's not Pokemon related just to get to Pokemon inventory. General collectors are having a very hard time enjoying the hobby, just because the prices of all of the packs or all the sets that are coming out are just so crazy. And you'll see in other Pokemon influencers, like they're talking about, just like holding off, don't buy anything. What does that do to me as somebody that provides Pokemon to people from suppliers? It affects them because they'll increase the price knowing the demand. But in terms of how am I feeling about this business. So first off, I want to talk about social media because that's the biggest thing that I'm doing right now. I'm building my brand, I'm building my presence online, and overall, I'm really trying not to get burnt out. I'm posting around 2 to maybe now 3 or 4 times per day, so not 2 to 5. A couple days ago I posted 1 time per day. It's a lot of mental energy to keep up, and that's like a sad excuse to not post content. So I've picked up the pace again after that 1 day, more consistently posting 2 or 3 times per day. So not as high volume. Reminder, I wanted to post a lot in the beginning. That way my algorithm, my channels could get as much data from me as possible. In the future, what my plans are is to lower the frequency and rely on just building more higher quality content. Not that it's not high quality, but I could take more time into thinking of new ideas, thinking of the strategy, and so on and so forth. But right now, I just want to get content out there to help my channels collect more data about who I am, who I'm looking for, what I'm doing, and so on and so forth. With social media, I did do 2 different lives, one being on Instagram and one being on TikTok. On Instagram, I actually got a lot of feedback and I got a lot of ideas on how I could grow my community, and that's really thanks to the people that were on the live. They gave me ideas. They're like, hey Lauren, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Hey, I'd love to be a part of this and would love to see you on this and that and da 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 da. And one of the ideas was a Discord, and I'm really happy that somebody gave me that idea. Now I have a place where I feel like I can post my stuff, be unashamedly a Pokemon lover on the Discord along with everybody else. And you know, I shamelessly post about my Pokemon stuff on my channels, of course. And I'm also posting like memes that I find on my story just to make it as human as possible. And that's just like what I enjoy. So that's what I'm doing. But the lives have been really fun. The first live really consisted of me showcasing my collection and just talking to people. The second live, before getting on to the second live, I was really debating on whether or not to try and do rip and ships. Overall, what are my thoughts about rip and ships? I think it's great. For me, I believe I'm gonna just try doing that in the beginning for a little bit, but I don't want to rely too heavily on that for a long-term route for creating revenue. Just because I feel like sealed products are easier to handle. If you don't know what the sealed products looks like this. It's already wrapped up in plastic. I don't have to take it out of the plastic. I don't have to rip it open and make sure the cards are not gonna bend on the way to the customer. So this is just extremely easy to handle, and I can guarantee that everything's gonna be fine. That's the route that I think I'm gonna be taking. Try to do some rip and ships in the beginning, and that also helps me to create more content. In the last live stream, or the TikTok live stream where I did the rip and ship, oh man, the customer that ordered the cards for the rip and ship, this was his 3rd order from me. And in his box, it was really amazing. We pulled literally, I think 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the like top chase cards of the set. It was a hot box. It was great. And a lot of people that were on there, I'd like to think they had a good time too. But what that does is it allows me to generate content by opening other people's packs as well. And it's good for advertisement content. I open up my own products. People will get to know what products I have on hand by opening it up for my customers. So it's a really great way to generate content, because right now I don't have funds to add to my collection right now. I really just poured everything into the Pokemon card shop. So this is all for you guys. In terms of, you know, revenue and expenses, is this like a get rich quick type of deal? No, it's really not. This is very much a high volume sales type of business. Sure, Pokemon is hot, but I'm staring at But look guys, like there is so much inventory that I have that people want, but I'm just not getting in front of them yet. And you know, it's only been a week, right? So, and thankfully I'm at 700 followers. I'm expecting for it to grow more as time goes on. 1 week in, you're not gonna make 6 figures. That is if you have the inventory to get 6 figures in revenue. I would not recommend, if you love Pokemon and like you're willing to actually invest into your brand, you're willing to develop a community, you're willing to create a decently deep connection with people, be vulnerable with them, you're willing to just fight through the negative comments that you could possibly get. Thankfully I haven't received any negative comments. Maybe one, but it's not even related to like selling Pokemon. It was more so I went to GameStop on the release of Journey Together, just so that I could have a couple of cards for myself, and I think it's right here. I got a Journey Together bundle, and at GameStop they were limiting it to 2 items per person, and I got there and I was toward the end of the line, which means that there wasn't a lot of products left for people. So I got in, it was my turn. There was only a couple things left, maybe like 10 things left. I was like, I love Pokemon and I know other people enjoy the hobby as well, so I'm just gonna take 1 item. I don't need 2. This bundle's gonna make me happy, and if I get more Pokemon cards, sure, it'll make me happy, but I know there'll be Pokemon cards after I get that. This is not the end of the world. But yeah, someone was like, oh man, you should have like bought all of it. And I wouldn't say this is like a terribly negative comment, but they were just explaining like, oh, you could have bought another thing and tried to sell it to the people waiting in line who definitely won't get a thing, and sell it for a couple bucks extra. And then they were like, but that's cool of you to but that's cool of you to like, only take 1 and try to leave the rest for people. But yeah, well, besides that, that's not like a negative comment, but whatever. But overall, just it's been a good time. Everybody's been super nice to me. But yeah, back to this being a get rich quick type of business, it's really not. And even my friends are like, oh, Pokemon's so hot right now. Or my friends are the people I meet. They're like, oh, Pokemon's so hot, you're probably gonna make millions right now. I was like, no. Because we have to understand that if I want to make money, who are my customers? My customers are already collectors that have Pokemon cards, that receive Pokemon cards from a trusted place that they've probably been receiving Pokemon cards from for a while now, because they like it, they trust them. And now my job is to get these people to take a break maybe, or just leave their current supplier and go to mine, and buy Pokemon cards from me. Now, that's tough. I have to build credibility, I have to build trust. So that's why I'm also doing collaborations. And I think I mentioned last time that I'm doing a giveaway with another Poke creator. She's super nice, very genuine, and she's from a different state, and she's giving away some prismatic stuff on top of the things that I'm giving away. And I think that has definitely helped my channel grow a bit, and as well as hers. We've been seeing very similar numbers in terms of growth, followers, and engagement. If you decide that, okay, Pokemon is the route that I want to go, you want to build a brand and you're willing to put in the time, put in the money, and put in the mental energy into it, I would highly recommend try to collab with other people that other people trust already. Because when people see that, it's like saying, would you take a recommendation from, let's say like your best friend about a restaurant? And hopefully they have good taste, but like, your best friend who knows you, knows what you like, they give you a recommendation. Are you gonna trust them with the recommendation, or are you gonna trust somebody that doesn't know you with the recommendation, right? You probably trust this person. And let's say now your best friend has a new friend and you say, hey, this guy also likes the same type of food. You should ask him about his thoughts about tacos, burritos, whatever, right? You're probably gonna trust him because you trust your best friend. So similar to that, you know, when you collab with someone, their followers trust that creator. And when you do something with that creator, their followers are gonna see, oh, this creator trusts this person, myself, to do a collaboration, and maybe I should trust them, right? Versus me trying to like cold DM them and say, hey, buy my stuff, hey, do the giveaway, right? Doesn't work out as easily as, or as nicely as just simply doing a collaboration. So if you're doing a giveaway, do it with someone else. Giveaways are great. Just maximize the opportunity with giveaways. But overall, this is the beginning. I think $625 in revenue is a great start. I plan on doing a live tonight, as you guys know already. And today is March 30th. It's a Sunday, so tomorrow is Monday, and I'm gonna go ahead and get back to, you know, my usual routine, doing the social media stuff first, and then go ahead and do Pokemon next. But if you have any questions about starting a Pokemon business, I don't have all the answers in the world, but, you know, happy to see those questions, and I'll try to answer them in the next video. And if you like this type of stuff, if you like Pokemon, if you like me, if you are an entrepreneur or interested in starting a Pokemon business, or, you know, interested in social media, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, follow my other channels, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.